Hey guys, Crypto Sunday, and back down again this week. It was just a blip last week, it seems. Down about 14,000 on the week. A raft of news, really. No additions just yet. I think we've got a little bit further to go. The Federal Reserve's still looking to put rates up 0.75% towards the end of this month. So I think there's still probably a bit more pain to come, a bit more sort of leverage to be shaken out, some of these leverage platforms and that sort of thing. But yeah, some of the news. So the Ethereum merge has been delayed again. So this was originally sort of talked about for 2019, so 3 years now. The difficulty bomb has been delayed 100 days, so looking at mid-October to finally complete the merge, but obviously been being delayed 3 years. You never know. But yeah, that's interesting news. The XRP fans have a little bit of sort of relief. The co-founder, Jed McCaleb, sort of left in 2014, but he left with 9 billion XRP and has been sort of selling it in various sort of tranches ever since. Sort of stops and starts at some point. But of the 9 billion, he's got 81 million left, apparently. So obviously that's not going to amount to a huge amount. So it's about $26 million. So hopefully you won't get this sort of daily selling pressure from him at some point. So that's fairly good. Some liquidation, sort of bit of poor news. 3 Arrows Capital finally filing for Chapter 15 bankruptcy. So it's not a sort of full Chapter 11 bankruptcy. There's sort of potential there still. But yeah, I think this was kind of expected. And yeah, FTX still sort of on the march. Sort of taken offered a $400 million credit facility to BlockFi with the option to acquire them for up to $240 million. So I think that's a very sort of optimistic figure. There's sort of been talks that it would be a lot lower. People were saying 25 million at one point. I think that was probably, it would be somewhere in between the two. But interesting, FTX still sort of hoovering up things potentially. They've also said, I thought this was interesting just at the bottom here, thinking about the mining industry. Yeah, he sees opportunities potentially. I guess, to be frank, he's talking about buying miners that go bust. So that would be interesting. Don't know who they would be looking to buy. There was a little report out recently that sort of Argo blockchain potentially have one of the lowest sort of cost bases for mining. So that was a little bit handy for Argo fans. And Solana, not sure what to make of this one. Looking to make a smartphone and a sort of mobile development kit. So the Solana Mobile Stack software kit, providing tools for developing Android apps, I think that means wallets and games, and a decentralized app store. And then, yeah, I thought they would just do that, but they're also releasing a $1,000 phone. So looks quite a high-end phone. But yeah, not sure. Sort of had various companies, HTC, although they are also releasing a phone now. But yeah, we've had various sort of crypto phones before, crypto-focused phones that sort of just didn't really take off. But they see this as sort of a reasonable way to push development and push adoption. They think we can get to 1 billion crypto users, and they think sort of the way to get there is mobile adoption. So yeah, be interesting to see if any sort of other large developers or large sort of phone manufacturers would get on board, because they kind of need them to put it into the sort of hardware layer, they're saying. Like, it could be on iOS, but if they don't put it in their sort of secure hardware layer, then it's not particularly useful. But an interesting part is the store will be 0% revenue share. So you keep 100% of your revenue if you use the store. So kind of a shots fired to Google and Apple, who take sort of up to 30%. So yeah, quite a fair bit of news. You normally sort of say in previous bear markets, you start to feel like there's a bottom when bad news doesn't particularly drop the price. So I think we're not quite there yet, but starting to. Kind of waiting for one more leg down to hopefully buy the dip on some of these coins. But so Bitcoin down 9% for the week. Ethereum down 13%, Cardano 12%, so Bitcoin holding up better than most of these. Solana 19%, would be quite nice to top up that if we get back down to the sort of £20 range that it was before. Chainlink as well, 14% down, kind of like to top up that a little bit more, fairly new position. Power Ledger not really dropped, 2% down. XRP, despite the good news, 14% down. Basic Attention Token not really dropped, just under 4% down. Chronos 12, Internet Computer nearly 15%, although development sort of looks reasonably good. They sort of have their hackathons, as they call it, and there's some fairly good stuff coming out of them. They've sort of developed a sort of privacy transactions protocol that could be applied to other blockchains, but sort of using their technology. So be interesting to see how that would work and whether it would actually bring ICP demand, or if it's just an open source sort of software to be used by everyone else. And Audius down 10%. So I would be looking to top up Internet Computer and Audius. Audius sort of users don't seem to be sort of flat at the moment. It's not really increasing, but in the bear market, maybe just people don't want to be holding the crypto or using the crypto, having anything to do with it. So flat, I guess, isn't all that bad. But yeah, let us know what you guys are buying, what you're interested in. And yeah, like and subscribe, and speak to you soon.